All right, week 5 of NFL locks and shocks. And we talked about it before the episode started off cam last week. What we saw, thanks to the Green Bay Packers, me and Gianni now have a tie to our record. Both of us sit at 7-4-1. So thanks, Green Bay. As I guess that automatically by default makes Bam in first place with his 8-4 record. So we will start with you this week on this one, Bam. 2 locks, 1 shock.
I almost don't want to do this. This week is a trap week. Like, my first lock, I'm gonna go ahead and go Bills over Pats. That's kind of a gimme at this point. Um, my second lock is actually gonna be the Lions over the Bengals. The Bengals are terrible right now. My shock, I'm gonna regret this. My shock is gonna be the Raiders over the Colts. I really ain't want to do that, but if Ashton Genty can play how he been playing so far, how he played yesterday, he might get a Colts some headaches. I don't trust Geno Smith, but I don't know, man. Genty might put the team on his back.
All right, fair enough. Trusting Geno Smith after the performance he had, brother. No. Like I know you didn't want to particularly pick the Raiders, but I feel like there was let me just get to my picks. Let me just get to my picks. All right. My first lock of the week. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with the I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Lions over the Bengals. Bengals. Oh boy, Jake Browning. Ooh, watch out for Jake Browning. Ooh, so scary. There ain't much else to say right there. Lions are about to. I don't even want to begin to start what the Lions are about to do to y'all. I mean, my God, brother, it's about to be. It ain't about to be pretty. Let's just say that. That's going to be my first lock of the week. My second lock of the week. Yeah, I'm gonna say the Colts over the Raiders. I'm gonna say the Colts over the Raiders. They battled hard. Honestly, the Colts should have won that game this past Sunday against the Rams had Donnie Mitchell not had two, I mean, just incredibly massive, horrific plays done
He
against.
might fuck around and not play for the rest of the year. Like those are two of the stupidest plays you could make as a football player. Like,
And that was so bad to watch in real time. From it's one thing to fumble at the one, which I don't even think he even intended to do, but he did. It's one thing to fumble at the one and fumble away a touchdown, but to have a costly holding penalty when the game's on the line, and I just seen Jonathan Taylor, go on an angry run that should have given them the lead going into the fourth quarter. Yeah, Mitchell, you might not play for the rest of the year, buddy. But I think that the Colts bounce back from this as long as you don't get Daniel Jones in a 2-minute drill. The Raiders are going to play hard, but I think that they can ultimately pull out this victory. What I saw from Geno Smith this past weekend, it simply wasn't enough, man. He is. I don't know why people are still high on Geno. They were calling him top 10 at this point. At this point, he's
yeah,
lucky enough.
man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna have to change that pick. I don't know what I was thinking.
Like, I'm like, that's why I was looking at you side. I'm like, come on, brother. Look, I'll give you redemption here. I'll give you redemption here. Editor, let's run that one back real quick.
My shock. It's gonna be Minnesota over Cleveland.
There you go. There you go.
I don't know what I was thinking.
I was like looking at you. I'm like, brother, why are you doing this to yourself? That seems that was a game that I was actually looking at. But yeah, that is going to be my second lock of the week. Colts over the Raiders. My shock of the week You can't believe this team is actually not favored, believe it or not. I know it's going to be a tough road matchup, but it's against a team that is going to be a tough matchup. But boy, that offense, I trust that offense over anything. Give me the Bucks over the Seahawks. This game is in Seattle. Believe it or not, guys, the Seahawks are 3-1 on the season. Coming off a tough win against the Cardinals on Thursday night. But, Emeka Ibuka, Bucky Irving, got Sterling Shepard, Kate Otten, and I'm sure Baker is going to want to bounce back from the performance he had against Philadelphia this past Sunday. This is going to be a game that I think is going to come down to the wire, because that's what the Bucks have done this year. All these games have been one possession victories for them in the games that they have won. So this game is going to be similar to that. I think that they win in dramatic fashion. Give me like a 3-4 point victory against Seattle in Seattle. That is going to be my shock for the week.
My first lock is going to be the Lions over the Bengals, man. That game is at 4:25. They should put that game at 4 a.m., man, because the things the Lions are going to do to the Bengals is something can't be said, honestly, on the podcast, because my God, even though they've been, keeping the Broncos down, Broncos been destroying their offense basically all game. My second lock, I'm surprised nobody touched this game really. The Cardinals over the Titans. That's going to be my second lock. The Titans are a mess. The Cardinals, even though they started 2-0 and they lost the last 2 games, they're going to beat up the bad teams, honestly, the Cardinals. They're going to probably win 7, 8 games. And they're going to win basically against bad teams. So I think the Cardinals beat the Titans, honestly. Really, when I look at the shock, this may be a little bit of a shocker, honestly. Maybe a little bit of a shocker, or maybe not. It's a Monday night game. I'm going to go with the Jaguars over the Chiefs. The Jaguars have been a surprise, honestly. I'm not sure how you guys look at them, but they're 3-1. Their offense looked decent. Their defense is really good, honestly, so far, early in the season. This game is in Jacksonville. I know the Chiefs are favorites, but the Jaguars are going to give them so many fits, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if the game goes to overtime, but I think the Jags will win by 3 points and the team wins field goal.
I think that this week is shaping out to be one of the more tougher weeks to bet on like any NFL team. All these games that we just mentioned, they're going to be competitive. And this is going to be the first week of October as well. So we're officially through the first month of the NFL season. We'll have to see what these teams are truly made of. We're about to find that out real quick. If you like our weekly NFL picks, make sure you follow us on our podcast. There will be a link down in the description below to follow us on Apple or Spotify, where we get your podcast picks. All the Way Sports Podcast. We don't just talk about football, we talk about basketball. We just talked about baseball this episode. MLB playoffs have officially begun. All right, we'll be talking about the WNBA finals as well next week. Make sure you tap in to the Way Sports Podcast.